In this video, we are going to try to apply the sum and difference formula of sine and cosine for the given values of sin A and cos B. So there are a couple of things we have to understand before we start solving this. We have to understand in which quadrant does the angle A and angle B are in. So here, with the information provided to us, we know that angle A is greater than 0 but less than pi by 2. That means angle A is in the first quadrant, and in the second information given to us, B is greater than 0 and less than pi by 2. So B is also in the first quadrant. So the reason to identify this information is when we apply trigonometric identities, we have to choose between the positive or negative value. For example, we know that sine square A is equal to 1 minus cos square A. Now sine A would be equal to square root of 1 minus cos square A. So square root, this can be plus or minus, correct? So when we choose a positive value, if the angle is in first and second quadrant for sine, because sine is positive only in first and second quadrant. We would choose a negative value if the angle was provided to be in the third or fourth quadrant. It will not be in both, so it will be third or fourth quadrant. So this should be R. So similar way, this also is R. So if it is first or second quadrant, then we would choose positive, and third or fourth quadrant we would choose negative. So that is why before we start approaching this problem, it is very important to know which quadrant this angle belongs to. Okay, now let's start with solving this question. So here we have been given the value of sine A, which is equal to 3 by 5. So now when sine A is given, let us find cos A. Now cos A is square root of, this is plus square root of 1 minus sine square A, because the information given is that A is greater than 0 but less than pi by 2. That means it is first quadrant. So let us apply this. So this will be square root of 1 minus sine square A would be 9 by 25. So cos A would be equal to 4 by 5. Now another information given to us is cos B is equal to 9 by 41. Correct? So sine B would be equal to the positive square root of 1 minus cos square B, which is 81 divided by 1681. Please use a calculator if you are not familiar with the squares. Then if we solve this, we would get sine B is equal to 40 by 41. So now we know the value of sine B and cos A, and cos B and sin A are already given. So now the first question that we have to solve is, what is sine of A minus B? So we know the formula, sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. Now we just substitute the values here. So this would be 3 by 5 multiplied by 9 by 41 minus cos A is 4 by 5 multiplied by sin B is 40 by 41. Now if we solve this, so we know that this is a common denominator, so we would get 9 times 3, 27 minus 160 divided by 205. So this will be minus 133 by 205. So sine of A minus B is minus 133 by 205. Now let's move forward. The second part of this question is to find sine of A plus B. Let's apply the formula here. It is sine A cos B plus cos A sin B. Now sin A is 3 by 5, cos B is 9 by 41 plus 4 by 5 is cos A and 40 by 41 is sin B. Now again the denominator is common, which is 205. This would be 27 plus 160, which is 187 by 205. So that is the value of sine of A plus B. Let's solve the third one now. We have to find the value of cos of A minus B. Let's write the formula. It is cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. So what is the value of cos A? Cos A is 4 by 5. Cos B is 9 by 41 plus sin A is 3 by 5 and sin B is 40 by 41. Now the denominator again is 205. Now we would get 36 plus 120. So the answer is 156 by 205. That is the value of cos of A minus B. Now the last part of the question is to find cos of A plus B. Let's apply the formula here. It is cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. So the values would be 4 by 5 multiplied by 9 by 41 minus 3 by 5 multiplied by 40 by 41. Now this would be 205, the denominator. So this would be 36 minus 120 and this would be minus 84 by 205. That is the value of cos of A plus B. So this is how we can apply the sum and difference formula of cosine and sine functionalities and arrive at an answer. Please like the video and also share with your friends so that it's useful to them too. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.